Sorry, guys, I hate to say it. Residential and commercial are totally different animals. No particular reason. Some people think the person that helped them buy their house is going to help them buy their next commercial property. And I hate to tell you, it's just not going to happen. My name is Jimmy Shatara from Skyrise Commercial, and I have four key reasons why residential is totally different than commercial if you guys already don't know. So let's get into it. So, first, deal size and type of property is first up. So, residential brokers working on properties are typically for someone's main personal residence where they're going to live, and that's it. With commercial brokers that are looking at a variety of property types, whether that be office, industrial, retail properties, hospitality, multifamily apartments. Also, the size of the deal is going to be vastly different. We're talking about these big office towers or these large industrial properties with land attached to them, and also big retail strip centers. This could be from the millions of dollars. So we also have to consider that the type of property that you're going to be looking at could be used maybe just for your business, what we call owner user, where you're going to be occupying maybe 50% or more of the space, or you're buying it for your investment portfolio. You're trying to get a rate of return. You're trying to get all these other benefits for owning commercial property. So next is complexity. So commercial deals have many working parts. This is not like a residential deal that's pretty straightforward. You put the property under contract, you have an inspection, you have an appraisal, you get financing, and then you close and go to escrow. With commercial deals, it starts even before we start looking for properties. Is this property even on the market? Who are we going to talk to that knows this particular property type? Our broker network. And can we go direct to owners if it is something that's off market? We also have to get the property under contract with proper financing or proof of funds if we're buying it in cash. How is financing going to impact this property's cash flow and the overall ownership of this property? What is the physical and environmental condition of this property? How is it set up? What's the square footage? You have dozens of items that are adding to the complexity, and this is not seen in commercial. So we shouldn't really expect a residential broker to know any of this if they're not working in it day by day. So now we want to talk about specialization. So when we talk about specialization, you have in residential, you have a buyer's agent, you have a seller's agent. It's not much different in those two realms. You might have some specialization, one person doing one of those roles more than the other, but that's it. Now we have multiple roles in commercial. We have tenant reps, where they're representing these business owners to lease these spaces in the property types just presented: office, industrial, retail. On the flip side, we have what we call landlord reps. They are representing the landlord's sole interest to lease this property out, market it to the public, market it to other tenant reps that are going to be bringing business owners in and negotiating the best deal on their behalf, being that liaison between all those groups. Then you have investment sales reps, investment sales brokers that are going out to market with properties that are kicking off income. These are investment properties, and all these different property types, they are bringing those properties to the market. And then, of course, you have buyers brokers that are helping people find properties to put them under contract and represent their interests as their buyer's broker. We also now come back to the fourth step is clients. These are all different types of people. So again, with residential, you have someone buying a house. Pretty simple. With commercial, you have what we call a mom and pop owner. It could be a single person, it could be a couple, it could be a small group of investors that they're buying their first, second, third property. You have investment groups that maybe might be quote unquote more sophisticated. They have more properties, they have maybe a diversified portfolio, they have different goals, they have different skill sets that they're bringing to the table when they're buying these properties. And then you have large investors. This could be what we call a Wall Street firm, an industrial, a institutional buyer, a hedge fund, private equity. We have family offices. These are just large groups that are possibly either syndicating deals or raising capital, or they're buying it with their own money and they're buying properties in the marketplace. And all these people are going to have different ways on how they're going to evaluate the property for their stated goals. Of course, we're looking for cash flow, we're looking for appreciation, but they might be buying properties for, of course, tax purposes and all the other benefits that come with commercial property. So understanding the type of clients that they're going to be working with is key. So, four big reasons why we are totally different than our residential brokers. This is not a knock on them. This is just the reality. This is apples and oranges when it comes to the knowledge base and skill set when executing any type of commercial lease or commercial purchase or sale.